It all began when HOA Karen, in a display of her typical entitlement and recklessness, decided to call 911 on my K9. She claimed that my dog, a trained and certified property and detection canine, was somehow a danger or nuisance. What she didn't realize was that my K9 had just discovered a hidden shed on her property, filled with stolen items from multiple neighbors and my own ranch. Karen believed her audacity and manipulation could intimidate law enforcement, but she had no idea her actions had triggered a much larger chain of accountability. From the moment Karen made the call, I documented the entire situation meticulously. Security cameras captured every step of her intrusion and interaction with the dog, while audio recordings preserved her frantic claims, threats, and increasingly desperate tone. Prior incidents of harassment and trespass were compiled alongside this new episode to create an irrefutable dossier of her repeated audacity. Every detail mattered. Karen had underestimated the precision, foresight, and preparation at play. When law enforcement arrived in response to her call, they expected to enforce her claims of danger. Instead, they were met with calm authority and clear evidence. The K9 had already identified the location of stolen property in her hidden shed, which was verified by surveillance footage and prior records of missing items. Officers quickly realized that Karen's complaint was baseless, while her property simultaneously held evidence of criminal activity. The audacity she relied upon for intimidation had backfired spectacularly, putting her on the defensive and exposing her recklessness. Karen attempted to argue, claim her innocence, and redirect attention, but every assertion was immediately refuted by evidence. The K9's detection, combined with video footage and documentation of her repeated harassment, created an undeniable record of both her audacity and unlawful behavior. Law enforcement acted swiftly, securing the stolen property and formally documenting her actions. Her attempt to manipulate the system had completely failed. To prevent any future interference, I implemented strategic measures across the ranch and surrounding property. Security cameras and monitoring systems were upgraded. Legal notices were sent to Karen and the HOA detailing her repeated harassment and trespass, and access points were reinforced. Karen's ability to intimidate, manipulate, or assert false authority was permanently neutralized. Her audacity, once a source of tension, now served as a permanent record of recklessness and overreach. Neighbors and the community quickly became aware of the incident. Karen's credibility, already fragile, suffered a permanent blow. Her pattern of entitlement, harassment, and reckless interference was publicly exposed. Observers understood that audacity unchecked by preparation, authority, or strategic foresight leads to consequences far beyond what the instigator anticipates. Karen had assumed fear or compliance would follow her actions. Instead, she faced exposure, accountability, and a complete loss of credibility. In the following days, the ranch and all related property remained secure and calm. The K9, now recognized for its critical role in uncovering criminal activity, continued regular patrols, ensuring both safety and ongoing accountability. Karen's audacity had been decisively neutralized, leaving her powerless, publicly humiliated, and unable to interfere further. The incident became a cautionary tale, illustrating that reckless entitlement meets immediate consequences when confronted with foresight, preparation, and strategic authority. By the end of the week, the ranch stood fully secured, serene, and completely under control. Karen's audacity had been thoroughly neutralized, leaving her exposed, powerless, and publicly shamed. Every observer understood the principle. Attempts to manipulate, intimidate, or assert authority without preparation, legal knowledge, or strategic planning always backfire. Karen had been exposed, powerless, and permanently humbled, leaving the ranch and all surrounding property fully protected and under my control.